Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Joe White from Get Life Coaching, and welcome to another edition of Live Free. Change is not always easy, but you don't need me to tell you that. We've all experienced it. We've all experienced that work, that pushing. Finally, we break through. But you know what's sometimes even more challenging, more difficult than the work that it takes to change? And that is the force it takes not to change back. I know it sounds ludicrous. You've done all this work. You invested your time, your money, your energy, your heart to get something, to get a result, to transform. Only to fight the urge to go back. Why? Especially once you finally broke free of it. Well, as I've always said, see, to me, coaching is not about rah-rah. It's not about, some just having good thoughts and intentions. It's not just holding people accountable. It's mechanics. And the same thing holds true here. I mean, think about this. When you change, when you grow, you go from a state of certainty, of comfort, that place you've been living. You may not like that place, but heck, you know how to live in it. You know how to survive in it. So now you broke free. And to break free, the byproduct, or where you have to go through growth, is uncertainty, is uncomfortableness. And now all of a sudden, through growing, now you're in this place you've never been before. And you panic sometimes. I've seen it time in and time out. And we've all kind of been there again, where we get that urge, we want to go back. Now some patterns are easier to push through. But patterns that affect our identity, core transformation, like why somebody would come to a Breaking Through the Barrier seminar, to transform their core, or design your life, to change and grow their identity. And sometimes they have such a transformation, they get scared, and they get uncertain. And they think, this isn't for them. I can't do this. And part of it is a feeling of loss, because they've lost their old identity. 16 and a half years ago, I remember when I stopped getting high. And I remember going to, NA meetings, 12-step meetings, and I didn't know who I was or what I was. Heck, I just thought my problem was drugs, right? I didn't know it was me who create all those problems that caused me to use drugs. I remember going through a period, I just felt lost. I didn't know who I was. See, the strongest force in the human experience is to remain consistent with your identity. Who you say you are. We gotta stay true to that. We may differ on occasion. We may go out of character. But at the end, we're gonna go back to what we know. And my whole identity was a worthless piece of crap. Not good. Broken. I thought God abandoned me. I was unworthy of love. That was my identity. It hurts me to even kind of go back there in this moment. But I knew how to survive it. I knew how to get through a day. And I knew I could face or hide or run from whatever life would give me with that identity. But what I didn't know was how to get through life without it. And that period is scary. Perhaps it almost feels like the wind's been knocked out of you like a little kid. We've been there like a little kid, and you get the wind knocked out and they panic. See, it happened to us. We know we're going to get, we can start breathing again. But it's almost like that hypoventilation, and the child he doesn't, or she doesn't know that. Just relax, and they'll be able to catch your breath. And they'll get back to a normal state. So in human behavior, in change work, we panic and we run back to what's familiar, and we give up the gains, the growth, the transformation that we created. So I'm going to give you 3 quick keys here. 3 quick keys to help you to stay the course. Stay in the course when change and transformation. Not to run back. Number 1, it's relax. Take a deep breath in. We have to slow yourself down. 12-step programs had this great acronym, HALT. H-A-L-T. And it stood for hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And the thought was, anytime you're in those states, and actually think about it, hungry is physical scarcity, anger is emotional, lonely is emotional, tired is kind of both, right? Anytime in this state of scarcity, you are more, maybe you have more of the opportunity or more of the chance to react. And react in that world was pick up a drug or a drink and relapse. There were high times. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. So you have to halt. You have to slow down. It's like driving on icy roads. You can get where you want to go, but what you got to do is slow down. So if you feel oh no, like you want to run back, it's okay. But halt. Slow down. Number 2. Ask yourself, what else could this mean? See, our brain's always asking, what should I do? What does it mean? What should I do? What does it mean? But in reality, we got to control that focus. So when your brain starts saying, oh my God, I can't handle this, ain't for me, panic mode, as you take that breath and you give yourself that speed bump, give yourself the time to halt and ask yourself, what else could this mean? And the 3rd step, I want you to ask yourself, who am I really at my core? Because it's not really who we need to become. It's who we have to learn to stop not being. I know it sounds kind of double negative, but it's true. Who do we need to, or what do we need to stop not being who we really are? So who am I at my core, really? And you may say scared is all crap, and that's okay. But something led you to that place. Regardless if you came to one of my seminars, or my coaching programs, or you went somewhere else. Something led you to a door of change. You must believe that. And that's not mystics. It's common sense. Because things in our lives and people are brought into our lives. And we may choose to reject the lesson. We may choose to turn the other way or act like we don't see it. But in the end, it's there. And if we're at that door, we are there because something has called us and something has resonated with inside. And that's where you have faith. So there we go. A 4th key is faith. You can have faith in anything you want. I'm not here to tell you what to believe spiritually. But it got to begin in here, and maybe faith in the process. Maybe you'll begin to have faith in something greater than yourself. Something to guide you. Something that has led you. And something to believe in. So no matter what's happening, no matter how much you want to tie those Nikes on and bolt through the door, stay the course. You can always go back to who you were. But maybe now is not the time to. Maybe now is the time to redefine who you are and design your life. Design who you are. And stop living a life by default or in spite of or in reaction. And learn how to respond. Respond to you, to life, to your purpose, to your mission. And then the journey of life will really begin on a whole new level. So until next time, I wish you the very best. Live free, everybody.